Hello everybody and welcome back to another playing commentary of No Game No Life, episode 5. As per usual, there's the outro if you skip that. And now we can actually finally look at the opening, because I've been expecting that for quite a while. It's gonna be quite good. I do wonder how exactly, this is all gonna pan out. Are they actually just going to conquer the world? That's an interesting first step to have. The fact that they're first step in their plan is to world domination. That's rather, that's a pretty big goal. I wonder, there's something, the only way to go is up from there. I don't know. That's ludicrous. That's just so actually kind of fitting for this. Let's just start. Okay. Oh. What? What? Oh, defeated gods. Okay. That's what they are. Okay. Gods conversing. Okay. But they have been reading, right? So that's a rather sudden cut. And yes, unfortunately I still have to mute this, but that's well, that is, at the very least, the animation is really smooth in this, huh? They are really freaking vibrant colors on this, huh? Alright, that character will probably show up in this episode. Yeah, I might have remembered that correctly. Miscorrectly, whatever. Immutable blank. Okay. Yeah, it's good. Oh, there's a lovely little crown on her head. And on his arm, huh? Oh, that's a lovely little ending, little part of the melody. That opening has so many things there that could be, used as an example of how to make a great opening melody. That's actually, frankly speaking, fantastic how they made it so typical, yet at the same time, so generically good that it actually is really, really quite creative. It's that's freaking great opening. I don't know what else to say. I really like that opening song, though the animation is, of course, makes it really quite good, and it has a lot of interesting scenes to it that could be maybe talked about in a bit more detail. It's just generally pretty good. It showcases a lot of the vibrant colors that this show has, so yeah, it's a good opening. I like that. Let's just continue with the show. That looks kinda odd. Okay. Mm-hmm.
黄金リッチなはずなのに。
もうお昼ですわ。
まだ深夜36時。
どんな単位ですか。
Okay, 36.
ああ、お前のじいさんの部屋に戻しといてくれ。
あの部屋は今はあなた方のものですわよ。歴代の王が過ごした由緒正しき部屋を勝手に引き払うなんて。
あそこベッドが傾いてて寝にくいんだよな。やはり布団に変えよう。
なんで二度寝するんですの。これが
Okay.
今の命を預かる国王かと思うと恥ずかしくて仕方ありませんわ。
恥ずかしい。そう思うなら結構。それがお前の見解だ。元の世界だろうが異世界だろうが、
The
空白に労働の二文字はない。
her face.
なめるんじゃねえ。
そんな人類ならもういっそ滅びた方がいい。
Oh, freaking meat pride. That's like that's. Okay.
袋の方が切れましたわよ。そら、私と勝負なさい。
はあ、俺にゲームを挑むってことか。
Yeah, that's
銃の
dumb.
名役その後、ゲーム内容は挑まれた方が決定権を有する。本気？
でもまさか人類最強のゲーマー様が私ごとき相手に自分の得意なゲームを指定するつもりですの。
いいぜ、好きなゲームを選ばせてやる。で、かけるものは？
私が勝ったら空には真人間になってもらいますわ。
That's a bit of an abstract concept now, isn't it?
そうか、銃の名役が絶対遵守ならそういう要求も叶えられる。ならば頼ませて、真人間でリア充に要求変更してくれ。
リア充？
にする存在だ。させてやるぞ。俺は全力で負ける。
ねえ、白以外はどっちやね。
いいことよ。愛のリア充街道に立ちふさがるというのか。
空白に敗北は認め
Okay, that's. Yeah, it's properly absurdly like exaggerated. Yeah, that makes a lot pretty nice parody of that. That's fun. That's
ゲー
fun.
ムして俺がステフに負けるなんてありえねえのに。ちょっとステフ、万に一つ、いやもう虚数の彼方にしかないお前が勝てる可能性に俺はかける。
くれますわね。勝負するゲームは。
ブラックジャック？
That's just okay.
プレイヤーで構いませんわね。絶望に満ちた嘆き。すでに興味すら喪失。ブラックジャックは完全に運の勝負で。
No, it's not.
小賢しい策も無意味ですのよ。ほらやりますわよ。アッシェンで。
So disinterested.
運の勝負？そんなつもりさらさらありませんわ。そう。
Can she actually cheat?
名役に反しの密かに練習していたこの技でその鼻っ端の叩き折ってやりますわ。
Okay.
最弱ゆえに知恵を持って強者と当たり合う。それこそが人類の希望なのじゃ。
これこそおじい様が信じ空が見せた人類の可能性というものですわ。
きっと
No, no, he wasn't talking about cheating, but okay, that's kind of
スタ
funny.
ンド。
21ですわ。
19だ。
勝負はこれからですわ。
Well,
ヒュッピ
さあラストゲームですわね。最
well,
も
that was
勝負
quick.
は見えているようですけど。
ブラックジャックはプレイヤーが有利に展開できる珍しいゲームだ。
それが何か？
リーダーは必ず手札が17以上にならなきゃいけないからバストする可能性も高い。なのにお前は一度もしてない。大した運だな。
Lucky day.
スタン
Yeah.
戦意喪失ですの。カードも見ずに。どうやら勝負ありですわね。
ド。勝負ありだ。ナチュラルブラックジャックの場合ベッドは 2.5 倍。俺の勝ちだ。
そんな人類の可能性が。
ステフ、我が孫よ。
おじい様
同じ人類の場合はどうしようもないの。ないの。
Oh, that's wonderful.
リア充なんてそもそも都市伝説。
納得いきませんわ。
Okay.
私が負けなきゃいけないんですの。
あれれ、ブラックジャックは純粋な運の勝負じゃなかったの？カードカウンティングだ。
カードか、
She doesn't even know about
カード
that.
を数値化して数えることだ。2から6なら1、10点札ならマイナス1、7から9は0って考える。場に出されたカードの点数から残りのカードを予測して次に出るだろうカードの確率を数学的に割り出すんだ。
数学をゲームに。
Oh, really? She didn't actually like that. Actually, is a pretty quick summary of how the card counting works. That is actually pretty nice, though. That's only the most general type of card counting, since there are a few other systems, a few bit more accurate systems. But hey, that's pretty. That is a pretty nice and accurate system, I must say.
考え方があったなんて。
Really.
それってイカ様じゃないんですの。
イカ様ってのはお前がやってたフォールスシャッフルだろ。
気づいてたんですの。
おかげでカウントしやすかったぜ。
Oh, this exaggeration is just absolutely wonderful.
仕事ですわ。先日空が提示した政策があったでしょう。それに反対する貴族との会談がこれから。
思ったより遅かったな。
What
じゃあ
policy?
一応王様らしいことしてやるよ。
That's so much blood. Okay, why?
名門貴族に対してこんな横暴が許されると思うなよ。貴族だろ。爵位、土地、資産、利権。
Okay then.
引き上げられたんだから。まあ急激に改革を進めたらこういう連中が出てくるのも当然。
That seems rather tyrannical. The opposition is just stripped of all of their powers in a game. That's a tad bit extreme now, isn't it? Oh well.
不思議なくらいだ。
それにしたってやり方が鬼畜すぎる。
Yeah, exactly. A little too heavy-handed.
基本的に抑えてましたのに。
え、抑えてた？
王家直轄地で大規模実験をして得たデータからドーラ家の派閥に連なる大貴族たちに利権を流してましたの。その実績をもとに
Okay.
他の派閥の大貴族を牽制しつつ水面下で中小諸侯たちを切り崩し少しずつ反対派の力をそぎ落としてきたんですわ。最後に先ほどの方々を引き入れれば無血で全勢力の取り込みが完成しましたのに。どうかしたんですの？
まさかとは思うが、ステフって実はバカじゃない。
How
ステフってステフだ。
how insulting.
ステフのくせに生意気。
歴史上類を見ないほどに横暴なバトンは
Okay.
国内最高のアカデミーを首席で卒業しましたし
That is
同級生
pretty nice as
の
insult.
財布も保持してるんですよ。
学校卒業、友達たくさん。
Aww.
おっぱいも大きい。
さっきのゲーム、ステフに何を決めてなかった。
Okay, yeah.
やるべし慈悲はない。
How shallow, but at the same time kind of amusing how sudden that was. Such a quick exchange.
シロ、間違っても手を離すなよ。
空の方から街に出るって言い出しといて何なんですか？
How
用事があるんだよ。
absurdly introverted are they?
ってなんか周りの視線おかしく。
そうではこんな格好してたら当たり前ですわ。せめてもう少しマシな陽気はなかったんですよ。
That also seems like some kind of freaking fetish play. That's just
それはルール。名役により今日一日ステフ。
oh, that seems kind of unreasonable.
お前の格好もおかしいんだが、なんか連中怯えた目してる。
そんなのエルキアのアーティストを発動させた人間を連れてたら当然ですわ。
待て、 その姿がワンピーストだと。イクシード異界序列14位、世界第3位の大国東部連合を領土とし、優れた身体性のどこか、そして心さ4という第六感と呼ばれる感覚を有する。
Sixth sense.
東部連合
Okay.
獣耳親の子で埋め尽くされたエデンだというのか。
いえ、男性やお年寄りも。
うわー、よし、それだ。そのアルカディア俺のもんだ。獣耳っ子たちを征服しに行く今。
Okay, at the very least that's like a bit better. Like I don't know why it's better that the motivation is impure, like based on lust more than anything. That makes it a bit more amusing.
黙れ。天然獣耳ゲットという我がハド、貴様ごときエセ耳が阻めるものか。獣耳王国が俺を待っているのだ。
That sounds like my friend. So horribly, so
よし、
much.
行くぞ妹よ。
Oh goodness gracious.
しかし何の収穫もなかったな。
この国変。
だよな。あんまりうまくないなこれ。
砂糖とか物資も不足気味だから。
ステフのクッキーがうまかったのは材料をうまくやりくりしてたってことか。
見つけましたわ
あ、ステフ、どこ行ってたんだ。
ってなんで。
Apologies for a minute. Apologies for that quick interruption.
はーって人をこんな格好で街中に放置しておいて、まさか素手ど忘れですか。
ステフ許せ。お座り。
Oh, yeah, that is rather abusive, I must say.
この兄弟早く何とかしないと。でも私がこの2人に勝てるとしたら、数学なんて介入する余地もない本当に純粋な運勝負のみならば、そらもう一度勝負ですわ。
マジかよ。今度は何をかけるんだ。
もちろんこの国のため、朝と同じクソラの野獣化ですわ。
白が空白としておき、ステフが負けたら白の命令
Okay.
妹よ。
構いませんわ。勝負内容はあの路地を次に通るのは男か女かですわ。
10回勝負。
Why is that a ban?
おかしいですわ。
あそこを通る人ら、何の敵もなしに歩いてると思うか。俺が観察した傾向に、白がこの区間の時間別男女比、就業率、業務内容なんかのデータを当てはめ、男女比を予測したんだよ。
That is actually pretty true. Like, those kind of things are actually kind of easily predictable, considering all things considered. Easily predictable, like, it should be fairly likely.
愚問だな。ことゲームに関しちゃどこまでも。
というわけで、ステフのパンツボシュート。
なあ白、さあどこでこっちがへこむんだが。
白11歳、子供だからわかんない。
やたらステフにもガチみたいだし。
That is
別に。
勝負はこれからですわ。私はまだ全然本気を出していませんわよ。
okay.
いや、お前は常に全体全開だろ。
行きますわよ。
Okay. Why did you just start rolling a dot? Actually, dice rolls are quite easily manipulated with some slate, like, hand tricks, but still, that's... whatever. This is...
お前もギリギリだぞ。
どっちの勝利のためなら、一時の敗北も恥も安いものですわ。
よ。俺がここまで追い詰められた理由
Yeah.
分かったわ。
今度こそ完全無欠に運勝負ですわ。花鳥が何秒後に飛び立つか。
That's not a game of pure luck.
アッシェンテ。はい何秒？
あーシュンってじゃあ30秒ですわ。
じゃあ俺は3秒だ。そんなルールは設定してない。
Oh.
なんで
That's horrible.
エルキアナ
That's.
ヒマニティのため
Oh gosh.
私
Okay.
はつかめませんの。
ステフ
But that's those accessories are so.
ルール前提心理状態。そんな無数の見えない変数がもたらす予測できない必然で、ゲームの勝敗は始める前には終わってるんだ。偶然なんてない。例えばジョーカー抜きのデッキからスペードのエースを引く確率は？
それは52分の1では。
普通に考えたらな。ならこれが新品のデッキだったらどうだ？新品の初期配置はある程度決まっている。ジョーカーを抜いて一番下のカードを選べばほぼ 100% スペードのエースだ。
でも
ああ、新品のトランプとは俺は一言も言ってない。つまり知らなかっただろ。知ってれば 1.92% の可能性が 100% に変わる。要するに知ってるやつが必然的に勝ちをもぎ取っていくんだよ。それがお前やイマニティが負け続けてきた理由で、俺らが積んでる理由でもある。
Okay.
情報が足りない。
獣耳王国を攻めるにしてもワービーストの穴が全く見つからない。分かってることといえば第6巻が鋭いってことぐらいだ。
心を読む。
それが本当ならブラフも駆け引きも通じない。ゲームにすらならねえんだよ。王宮の本や資料を全部確かめても収穫がない上、町には図書館も本屋もないときた。
Oh, that's actually a pretty good point.
もしかして即位してからずっとこの世界
Yeah, that's exactly what I pointed out, that they have been collecting information.
攻め込むなんざバカのやることだ。
でも何かしなきゃ始まらないじゃないですの。エルキアのためにたとえこの身を犠牲にしてもできることは今すぐにでも。
一手でもしくじったら終わるんだよ。この国はイマニティはそんくらい追い詰められてんの忘れんな。
この二人は何も考えず遊んでいたわけじゃない。イマニティ300万の命を背負って。私はそんなことにも気づかず。
まあ
Wait, couldn't they have been like? I'll talk about that later.
ステフが支えてくれてたみたいだけどな。俺らの改革に対する反抗がやけに少ないなと思ったらステフが抑えててくれたのな。
ステフ、できる子。
あれマジで助かった。
That is actually a pretty notable thing, though.
まあなんだ。
これからもよろしくね。
SS sinking ship Elkia.
とはいえ積んでるのは同じ。唯一見えてる突破口も鍵がねえしな。なんだ
Oh? Is that?
すげえ。ラピュタは本当にあったんだ。
あれはアバントヘイム、ファンタズマの一体ですわ。
Okay.
異界序列にいいのか。あんなのとどうゲームしろってんだ。
にあそこに。
ああ、あの天空都市にいるっていうフリューゲルを引き込むのが得策なんだが、どうやってあそこまで行けば。
Yeah, right. They have like a lot.
落ちないか。
こっちのサバはよく取れる。
フリューゲルの近くに一人
Okay.
いますか？
But like,
その5年ほど前国立エレ
like
キ
that nation has a lot of information, don't they? Like that is going to be the most crucial component to their victory, right? Whatever.
大図書館に現れて、おじい様とのゲームで図書館ごと全蔵書を巻き上げたんですのよ。
へえ、図書館だったの。
Huh.
知識を掛け皿に乗せるとかアホか唯一の武器だろうが
ステーフお座り待て
やめて人が見てますの
育士2回序列6位
Okay.
古の大戦において作られた神を殺すための戦兵
Flying people.
まさか
Okay.
こんな近くにいるとはな
ソラ本気であの規格外の化け物に挑むつもりなんですよ
その神殺しが持つこの世界の知識が俺らにとってたった一つの突破口なんだよ
嫌なら来なくていい
It all seems fairly logical, I must say.
ステフフリューゲルが行うゲームは伝統的にただ一つ
The same game.
間違いはないな
文献通りなら
結構じゃあここから世界制覇を始めよう
Okay. Yeah, it's the same ending here. Let's see if there's anything in the actual ending bit. Preview, huh? Let's
ステ
see.
フよ死んでしまうとは情けない
That's it. No. Very well, very well. There's a lot to talk about. There would be quite a lot of things here to talk about. The first of all, that is actually pretty funny. It is funny that they were using just like fan service as like that kind of a crutch. But only as a bit of a joke. It's not really. It's not like they really were focusing that much on the fan service aspect. Like, even though they really did go overboard with it, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong. It is kind of funny. It is quite amusing that lust motivates Sora more than anything else, and it is still nice to see that they are still competent despite the fact that they are driven by the basest desires. Still, it's nice that they didn't really focus that much on the whole fan service aspect more than just making fun of it, though. I'm quite surprised that they actually took such a huge part of the episode this time around. That's actually a bit unexpected that they really were able to like fill an episode with basically just that. But they didn't really like use it as fan service, more just as a joke. I still must. I've said it now like 3 times also already, but still, they really didn't like use it as like eye candy all that much. Still, it is fun. But the main concept that I want to talk about that was brought about in this episode is the fact that like that a chance is an illusion, and I don't actually agree with that. Like, there are things that are basically purely coincidental and that are reliant on chance, but those are rare. Like, taking all things into considerations, I'd say like, I mean, that is a really kind of an interesting thing to think about, like the fact that with enough information you can make educated guesses that are bound to be correct majority of the time, but still there are things that are like purely coincidental and that are reliant purely on chance. Like, I was thinking about an example like drawing a card from a deck, like completely shuffled deck. But in those cases, you could still, like, it's not completely reliant on chance, unless it's a brand new deck and it's shuffled properly. And the chances of guessing the top card correctly is completely random, but that's no longer a game, that's just lottery. But if it's a used deck, yeah, like, in that situation, it's not purely by chance, because you can just, like, predict kind of like the way that people hold cards kind of leaves indentations on those, and that kind of thing can be used as information to try to accurately observe what card will be next and whatever. It's I like that idea that they are not using like they are using information as eliminating the less likely occurrences and in such a way winning games of chance. But it's a nice idea to think that everything like a chance is an illusion, but I don't completely agree with that completely. I do partially though, But I do think that that's a pretty good idea to like uphold, and why they also like that brings up a really nice, interesting moral like thing, you know, like, you know, that it's not about like completely like chance based, like nothing is. It's kind of hard to like, I didn't think about this completely thoroughly, but the idea that there is nothing left up to chance, but rather it's about what you make of it, like the fact that you can manipulate majority of the events that happen around you, and whenever something bad happens to you, that's not because you were unfortunate, but rather because you didn't allocate enough time to avert those risks. And that is an interesting idea to think about. It's not exactly the best idea to think about, and all things considered, it is really quite unlikely to be able to take everything into account, but these characters, our main characters, are supposed to be kind of superhuman in this kind of ability. Plus, they are absolutely predicated on the fact, like, they are completely just, well, they are hardcore gamers, and in every aspect. Mostly in the way that they actually, like, do have a pretty good standing of how information is supposed to be used as a tool. That is nice, but it like, they do have a flaw, but it's not really like they use it more as a joke than actual character flaw. That's kind of a shame, but it's not supposed to be again, it's supposed to be comedy and parody. It's not supposed to be deeply intellectually challenging. But it is nice that they show such a potentially intriguing idea as, well, you know, that whole thing that chance is an illusion. I mean, this said that we are the makers of our own fate. We craft our own fortune, so. And that kind of holds true, especially like they give a good example of how this is done, so. I'm just rambling. Whatever. I just really like that concept, you know. And I mean, that also is kind of like, the fact that they used games as an example to bring that up is pretty nice, because games really do, a lot of, like, especially strategy games and such, really do, well, predicate themselves on that fact. I mean, I've been playing far too much Warhammer recently, so that is a game of minimizing your chance of loss, so that's kind of, that really does rely on that kind of style quite a bit, so that's a nice idea to bring up. I like it. This is TLDR. It's a nice thing. It's nice. And it's absolutely hilarious. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you on the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Gammu out. Thanks for watching.